Hello there. Welcome back to Accounting Space. In this video, we are to look at the preparation of the profit and loss account um, in the general ledger. So, according to this video, we are only going to focus in particular in that account, that is the profit and loss account. So, this is a question paper that we have of June 2020, and it reads the following balances and totals appeared in the general ledger of Saint Gaby Traders on 30 November 2018. The end, that is the end of their financial year. Then 5.1 reads, I use the following information to prepare the trading account and profit and loss account for the year ended 30 November 2018. So this is what we have, and we are only going to be looking at the preparation of the profit and loss account. So in the previous video, we prepared the trading account, and we got a gross profit of 821,700. So we're just going to carry this figure into the profit and loss account. Remember, if it's a gross profit, we are supposed to credit it in the profit and loss account. But if it's a gross loss, it goes on the debit side of the profit and loss account. So this is what we have. So we go to our answer section and try to see what we have. So if you go to our answer section, we'll see that this is our trading our profit and loss account. Sorry, this is our profit and loss account, and we are having our debit side and our credit side, and we should know that all expenses come on the debit side and all incomes come on the credit side. As simple as that. That is what we have in the profit and loss account. Remember, in the profit and loss account, we are going to have a list of our income and then a list of our expenses. So the basic is that we should know that expenses come on the debit and then our incomes are listed on the credit. And also the ease of transferring gross profit from the trading account, that the gross profit goes on the credit side and then gross loss goes on the debit side. So we are going to a question and try to identify the elements of the profit and loss that we have in the question. So if you come here, you go back to the question, you'll see that we are going down on the nominal account section. That's where we are going to find our elements, whereby we are going down from sales, going down. We see that we have got import duties we did adjust in the trading account, and then we've got stationery. Stationery is one of them, 25,000. Stationery, we have got stationery of 25,000. So for stationery, we are supposed to check in the additional information. Stationery is 43,270. But if we can check, we are seeing that we don't have anything in terms of our additional information. If we had additional information, I would have to do some adjustments if it's necessary. So in this case, we just assume the stationery that was bought is the expense. Remember, the stationery that will be used during the period will be the expense. So if we had stationery at the end of the period, we are supposed to subtract that stationery that is remaining at the end of the period from the stationery that was bought, so that we can just get the figure of the stationery that was used. That one is the expense that we'll be looking for. So in this case, the assumption is that all what was bought was used. So the 43,270 that we have is going to appear as our expense. Then we go to carriage on purchases. Carriage on purchases, we did adjust this in the trading account, we leave it. So this one, we are leaving it. Then we go to salaries and wages. We have it, it's an expense for 400,900. And then a carriage on sales, again, it's an expense. We put it in the profit and loss account, 10,255. So let's just pick these three. We have stationery, 43,270. We have salaries and wages, 400,900. And then we have got carriage on sales, which is 13,215. So we can just go there and list them on the debit side as expenses. So we are saying the date that we are going to put is the date at the end of the period. You see that the period is ending on 30, 11, 18. 30, 11, 18. Remember, profit and loss is part of the financial statements. Profit and loss is part of the income statement, and income statement is a financial statement, and all financial statements are prepared at the end of the year. So on 30, 11, 18, that's where our year is ending. So that's the date that we have. So we're just going to put one date on top, which is going to apply to all other entries that we are going to put below. So on details, now we are saying we are going to start with stationery. So on folio, it's general ledger, and then our amount that we have is 43,270. We pick another expense that we pick there. We've got also for salaries and wages. Salaries and wages. And the amount for salaries and wages is 400,900. So pick another one that we pick there, carriage on sales. Carriage on sales. And the amount that we have for carriage on sales is 13,255. And general ledger is going to apply on all the entries that we are going to put. Then we go to, again, to check other expenses that we have beneath that. If you go below that, we have got our, after carrying the sales, we've got water and electricity, which is 150,680. And also we've got legal costs. Water and electricity legal costs. Our legal cost is 22,600. So we just pick those ones. So we come again here, we say water and electricity. And obviously general ledger, and the amount that we are using for water and electricity is 150,680. We go to legal costs, we have got 22,600. General ledger, and the amount is 22,600. So this is what we have in terms of our expenses. Then our income, we are going to the credit side of the trial balance. That's where we find the incomes. We come here, we see that we have got one we see here, which is the commission received, and also we have got rent received. So these are the two incomes that we are having. Rent received is 300,700. So we come here on the credit side. Remember, we have that amount that we need to put on the credit again, which is our gross profit, 821,700. It comes on the credit side. So we go there and start to put the figure that was transferred from the trading account, which is the gross profit. And the date, again, we are going to put the date of the end of the year, since we are saying this is part of our financial statements. So our details, we are saying we have got the transfer from the trading account as gross profit, which is coming from trading account. So trading account, we have 821,700. Is our gross profit. Then the other entries, we've got commission received. Commission received, the amount that we have is 93,685. 93,685. And we, after that, we have got rent received. Rent received, which is going to be 300,700. So after this, now you need to balance your account. So before we balance our account, we are going to update our folios on the credit side. Remember, we are saying general ledger. So we're going to put our GL on our entries on the credit side. General journal. We are having our general journal, so we can just maybe try to correct there, which is general journal. We have put our J there, which is also going to apply on the debit side. So this is what we have. So we can now balance our account. We can now balance our account. So by balancing account now, we are going to add a total of the debit, and then we add the total of the credit. And then we compare the two totals. The greater total obviously will come in between the double lines. Then at the side of the smaller total, that's where we're going to have our balancing figure that we are going to transfer to the capital account. So we're not going to have a balance sheet But the balance that we're going to have is going to be transferred to the capital account, whether it's on the debit or credit, depending on the our totals. So we can just put our double lines by leaving a space there. Then I will put our double lines. So if you add the credit side, you are going to see that you are going to get a total of 1,216,085. You add the total of the debit, you are going to get 630,705. So you can just try to add, these are the figures that we have. You can just try to confirm those totals. So having done that, you see that the credit side is greater. So that total should come in between the double lines, both sides. And then at the side, the smaller total is debit side. So that's why we're going to have our balance figure, which is going to be transferred to the capital account. And obviously, this figure that is on the debit is our net profit. It's our net profit. If the balancing figure was on the credit side, it was going to be our net loss. So if you subtract 1,260,085 minus 630,705, you are going to get your figure of 585,308. So this is what we have in terms of the profit and loss account. So let's stay tuned for more videos to come. As for this video, I'm signing out. We meet again in the next video.